Hey guys, we are live. Welcome to our wonderful space here. I will be sharing this in the Wing community. I want y'all to join me in celebrating one of our other vendors here, Ricole Taltone. I said it right. I was spelling it earlier, and I was telling her I got to get this right because I always want to make sure I honor the names that you were given. Okay, and we all have very unique names, and so make sure that y'all get connected to Ricole. She's going to tell us about what she's going to be doing as a vendor at the Connect Her to Win conference. I know that she's bringing some goodies. We want the vendors to just be supported, so I want you guys to get to know her, so that those of you who are coming to the conference tomorrow, that you get to like walk straight to her booth. I told y'all already on Clubhouse. I'm literally walking past the food to the vendor booth that Ricole has because I want to see if she got them hand sanitizers
I
over there. Ricole, can you let everyone know who you are and what you do? We'll start there.
well, my name is Ricole Tautone. I am an accountant in Northeast Ohio, and I have a small accounting firm. So, accounting is my first love, my bread and butter. And then Radiance Essentials is one of my second companies. It grew out of a passion for essential oils. It was probably about 2018 ish. I had just walked into Bath and Body Works and they had that eucalyptus. Um, I think it was a lotion at the time. And I literally walked around with the bottle, like sniffing it all day. And my friends were like, "What in the world is what are you doing? What is that?" So I that brought the passion for essential oils, and I began to study them, study their uses, their benefits, and I found that it was something that was an alternative for healthcare, to for different remedies in our body. Um, and I began to start incorporating them in my life. The first thing that I did, and I'm going to do a video at some point in time. I'm not even going to put a time to it, but I'll say within the next, I will put a time to it for accountability purposes. But I'll say within the next 60 days, we're going to do a video because one of the first things I did was to change my toothpaste formula or whatever you call it. I don't use toothpaste. I have a mixture of baking soda, peroxide, and peppermint oil that I use for my teeth on a daily basis. So I've replaced that with toothpaste for the simple fact that they say fluoride is not good for our body, but it's in our toothpaste and it's something that we're using twice a day. So my mind started thinking like, if we're putting this in our body, we're not supposed to have it in our body, and we have to brush our teeth 2 times a day. And you think about the longevity of that over your lifetime. You're using fluoride 2 times a day over your lifetime. That's a lot of fluoride. So I don't know the consequences of having too much fluoride in your body, but I know didn't want to take that in anymore. So that was one of the first uses that I use with the essential oils. Another one with the peppermint oil is, as you all know, or if you don't know, I had to have a brain surgery this past summer. And leading up to it, I was having terrible headaches. And I would use the peppermint oil on my temples, and it would relieve some of the pain, not all of it all the time, only because of the condition that I was dealing with. I was dealing with a tumor in my brain, so it did not stop it. But now, after the surgery, when I do have those slight little headaches, it now actually stops it. So I just rub a little bit on my temple and it relieves the pain, and I'm able to focus and move through my day. So that's just one of the benefits that I have with essential oils. And in that, it made me want to bring awareness to people in my community because we don't know about things like that. We aren't aware of things like that. And I'm always I'm always looking for an alternative to medicine because I just don't take it. My doctor to this day, he'll be like, "Ricole, as you can see, I'm a little healthy girl. I'm a little big girl." He told me the last 2 visits ago. He said, Ricole, if you don't get your cholesterol together, I'm going to put you on some medicine. I said, no, you're not. I'll be back. I'll get that together. So I worked on that and I got that together, but I'm not a medicine person. I don't take medicine, and I always look for alternatives in healthcare. So that's kind of how I got started with Radiance. I'm also a community advocate where I live. I'm from Youngstown, Ohio. I fight a lot for community issues. People, my passion with people is entrepreneurship and economic development. I love, love, love to see people move on or level up into the next steps of their walk of entrepreneurship. I work with them on a daily basis and helping them grow their businesses. So that's just a little bit about me. If I could think of, I am a Rotarian. I do like to say that I belong to the Rotary Club of Youngstown. Just a couple of accolades. We have what we call a Juneteenth week. And in 2022, I was honored for my community work. And then in 2023, I was nominated as, we have a Women in Business group, and we have a Phenomenal Woman Award that they give out to several women each year. And in 2023, I was that woman. And right before the surgery of this year, I was nominated and awarded the League of Women Hall of Fame for the civic engagement work that I do in my community. So that is just a little bit about some of the things that I do, and what I'm here for, help the people progress.
Listen, it's an entire ministry. Like, I love the fact that you included so many parts of you, because sometimes when I ask people, like, when I say tell people who you are, so a lot of times we stick to just the business, or just like, I'm a mom and I'm this, and I'm like, there's so much more to you. Like, there's so much
I'm
more.
a mom. I don't really put it out there, but I am a mom. I have 2 sons. They're 26 and 24, Hezekiah and Zavion. I love them dearly. And my baby Carson, my grandson, I am a grandma as well. So that's a little bit more. I didn't put that in there, but that is, now it's the whole me in a nutshell.
But we know that about you because you put it in all the time. So, we get to hear we get to hear that the different sides of you every time you speak. I love that. And I know that you have this, and I didn't know the background for the health part. I didn't know that you were already like changing your mind around health and what that means for you. And and it's good that you were already implementing some things. Who knows, it could have already been helping the process. It may not have you know reversed
No,
or did anything like that, but we don't know how that could have aided the process of just slowing down the progress of it, and helping you be calm, because we know that stress is the number one killer really for a lot of things. And it's really a lot of us that work a lot, or we have a lot of things going on in business, and if we work and have businesses and have kids and have, it's just like, oh my god, release the stress. And I love the fact that you're giving us an opportunity to do that. I know a little bit about the peppermint oil stuff, but you're gonna have to teach us at the vending booth how to use that to brush your teeth, because I'm the same way. My doctor cannot stand me.
mine either.
Okay, no doctor can stand me, because I advocate for myself and everyone that I believe, that I love and I believe in. So if it's just a person that I see in the hospital, the doctors, and I hear something that ain't right, I'm like, wait a minute. You can't advocate for everyone, but you definitely want to advocate yourself, because I found that in this world that we live in, Ricole, right? And the truth is that we do have to discover our own healing sometimes. And that's what I hear from you. Tell us a little bit of how you really have kind of like overcome these challenges, because I know that people are going to get to know you at the conference, and I don't want to give it all away. But I mean, how did you overcome some of the latest challenges to even get here? Because the truth is, before we got to this conference, you came down last time too. And that was after the brain surgery, after after the near death experience, after I didn't know if I was going to be here today. So tell me, how did you, like, what helped you overcome that?
Um, I like to give a big part of it, and I say this in our groups in the morning to my grandson Carson, Ronnie Lee, but God first and foremost. I cannot do anything without God. And what gave me the motivation to move forward is I want to build a legacy for not only myself, but my sons and my grandson. Um, I grew up poor in the projects, and I just kind of want to show my community that it's not where you're from, but where you're going. And because you're from where you're from, you don't have to be a certain type of person. In this process, I've learned that people judge you based on where you live, what are you doing. And the best example I could give is um, I live in public housing and I ran for city council, and they were like, how can you do that and you live there? First of all, I live there for a purpose. I like to show the people that are there that you can do these things. You can be an entrepreneur. You can, you can progress. You can move forward. You don't have to stay stuck. This is a stepping stone. So it's things like that. So I don't like when people judge people based off of where they're from or their zip code, because it's not where I'm from, it's what's inside of me. And it's a song, I think it's a Jay-Z song with DJ Khaled and Nas. There's a part where he states, I can't help, basically he's saying, I can't help what you think of me because of where I'm from. And I feel that so much. I cannot help what people think of me because of where I'm from. But that is a big motivation, is where I'm from. And I want to show people that, because we grew up in this environment, we don't have to stay in it. And it is a whole world out here in which we could thrive in. God has given us all gifts and talents. And we have to pray and get a relationship with Him so He can begin to show us our gifts and talents so that we can use them. Because my mom is a preacher, and she taught me that if you follow Him, He will direct your path, and He will use those gifts and talents along the way. So that is my motivation for moving forward. And the WIN community has really done a lot to help me there. So I want to thank you first and foremost, Allegra, for even creating that, because without that space, I don't think I would be as accountable and move to the level of where I'm moving to now. Because I was a huge procrastinator. It was always, oh, I'll do it later. I'll get it done. I'll do it later. And this group has literally made me move forward and push through some areas in which I would have just put to the side and said, oh, I'll wait till January. So thank you for the women in networking community. And I'm looking forward to the great things that we will do together in this community and space.
I love the overcoming, y'all. Please give her a round of applause in the comments. I was just vibing off of the fact that this community did the same thing for me, girl. I was like, I need to be held accountable. Like this is messy.
Yes.
And and I think, the fact that we're so like-minded in that area of growth, and that's beautiful. And so thank you for sharing that, and just coming through and just showing us what it looks like to be in a place. I believe you're God's strong soldier. Like, I say, oh, you're God's strongest one, like one of the ones, and they be talking to God and stuff, and like, no, not next year. I don't want to do it no more. You'd want to
Right.
know, because it takes a lot for someone. I wish Jeremy was coming to the conference. I don't know if he got a ticket, but I'll send this video to him because I would love for him to come and meet you. And Jeremy is one of our local supporters here in the in Atlanta, Win Hub, and he's come to several of our meetups and things. But just so happened that I didn't see him for the last couple of meetups, so I'm going to reach out to him, because when you talked about being in that place of helping and supporting your own people who are in low income areas, people who don't understand what the world looks like. They can relate, they can actually live vicariously through you. That is such a beautiful thing, because you have to be able to relate to people where they are. And if you're coming from a place where you're already there, or they see you there, that can be very intimidating, and people don't understand that. And so I honor you for that, because yeah, people are always going to judge, but I mean, listen, judge me, baby. Why not? Like, you're going to judge, so judge away. But I
Right.
love the fact that you're strong in that area. So last thing before, we give them a chance to connect with you tomorrow at the conference, because I believe that, Ricole, you have some things that you worked on. So overcoming has been a journey for you, but you kind of ended up in a very nice place of purpose, because you were like, I'm getting things together and I'm getting things back in order. And it was something you said, you were like, I'm buying a sink. And I'm like, you buying a sink? So there's something that you're doing that I would love people to know about in the Ohio area, because I want people to, it looks like I'm breaking up, y'all. Hold on.
You were very
Hold on,
clear.
hold on. Okay, good. So, in the Ohio area, I want you guys to connect with Ricole. If you live in Ohio, if you're listening to the sound of my voice, right? Like, connection and collaboration is what we're about, because we know that that's what fuels it all. I don't care what relationships, money, success, right? You're gonna have to be around other people, because there's not a lot you can do by yourself. And so we always encourage y'all to reach out to people who are like you and figure out if that relationship is a good fit. And then if not, then cool, whatever. Like, that's part of networking. It's part of getting to know people. But I want y'all to reach out to Ricole. But Ricole, tell them how they can connect with you in Ohio when you get back there. Because we can connect with you here at the conference on the weekends. But where do we go if we want to see you in Ohio?
So we are in renovation of our new building. I do want to give a shout out to Volley Partners in Youngstown, Ohio, for helping with that project. They are a CDFI and they help entrepreneurs in our community do things such as this. So I do want to give a shout out to them, Mario, Teresa, Tamaya, that whole team. But we are we are finally getting our own building. A lot of people don't know, but I was in a building in our downtown of our city, and the city literally kicked us out. They sent us letters and said we had like 60 days to leave, because they were undergoing some renovation in that building. And I was kind of business homeless, and a friend of mine's, he let me into his space. Some things occurred, and I was let go out of there. So I was stuck at home, working at home. We've since rekindled that business relationship. So what's up to you, Lamar? And then I just was like, I don't want to work out of home. It's not really a separate, when you're home, you want to feel like you're home. And when you're at work, you want to feel like you're at work. So I went through the process with Volley Partners, and we were able to purchase our own building. So we have land, we have our own land, and I'm looking forward to the work that we are going to do. So that is where I was getting the sync for. How you can reach us, the address to that location is 1633 McGuffey Road, Youngstown, Ohio, 44505. And if you'd like to talk to me, I can be reached. My email is racolet@rockbrook3.com, or you could call 330-406-4048, and you can reach me that way. Any other ways, we'll talk about it tomorrow. That's what I have for you guys today.
Thank you, Ricole. And y'all, listen, Ricole is amazing, not just as a business owner, because that resilience, y'all, like, that is cream of the crop. I love it. Superb. Because if you know, like, how it is in business, you go through the ups and downs, and I love the fact that you rekindle your business relationships. Like, we got to have a whole nother conversation about that, because sometimes we don't even know how to do that and how to just recover from things. And so, Ricole, you have given so much good energy here today. Thank you so much. We will look forward to seeing you at the conference tomorrow at the vending table. Y'all make sure y'all connect with Ricole. We'll drop the information in the comments after the live. Y'all have an amazing day and amazing weekend. See y'all. Bye.